Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you know, we had a G80 M3 rear-wheel drive for about a year. That car has now gone and it's time to replace it with our brand new G82 M4 with xDrive. So the last time I was standing in the workshop with an M4 was the Brooklyn Grey M4 we had before the car was officially launched, and I was going over the design and I wasn't too happy with the M4. Now I've got used to it, I can say I am a bit more warming to the design of the car. I'm still not used to the grills. The number plate is off at the moment. I actually think it looks a lot better with the number plate on. It is a very aggressive design. Something I wouldn't say is beautiful, but I have got used to it, as have a lot of other people. The front of the car does look a bit lacking, especially in this area, and we will be fitting the Alpha N carbon front parts to this car to fill that front bumper out. Our Ivero body kit is almost ready. Again, we've had a lot of production delays with supply chain at the moment, so I'm hoping that will be ready for the car in a couple of weeks. So the overall shape of the M4, I think it really lends itself to an aggressive modification program. So I went to IND's facility recently, and their car really showed me what is possible on an M4. And this is part of the reason why all of the M Performance parts are actually more aggressive than you would see from BMW usually. So I'm really looking forward to going kind of all out on this. It's not going to be a typical Evolve subtle build. We're going to go quite wild on this one. So for the stock wheels, I chose the same design we had on the G80, but all in black. And these are essentially going to be used for all of our timings and races until we get a lightweight set made. I do have a set of 21-inch all-round show wheels, which we will show you in due course. And we've also gone for a set of ceramic brakes this time because I want to save as much weight as possible, and also it saves on the brake dust when you're cleaning the wheels. The rest of the car, pretty much as a standard M4 at the moment. We might body color some of the black gloss parts at the bottom. And while we're looking at the side of the car, I just want to mention one thing. Look at the ride height. It seems like it's actually higher than the G80, especially if you look at the front of the car there. I mean, that could take like a 50mm drop, which is not going to be possible with springs. So hopefully we'll get a set of coilovers on this car at some point. On the back end of the car, it's really begging for a wing. I like the M Performance one, but I don't think it's quite aggressive enough. I think if we can have one that's a similar design, but with just slightly taller legs on the spoiler, I think that will really suit this car. In terms of exhaust, the standard exhaust tailpipes are actually really big. I don't think they need changing as such, like the previous models did. On the F10 M5 and then on the F80 M3, the standard tailpipes were actually quite small, but they're very large on this. So I think we're probably going to go with a set of downpipes and maybe just a H-pipe just to get the sound out of the car, because I'm not too concerned about changing the look of the tailpipes, but that's something that we can have a look into at a later stage. The spoiler still looks like it's just stuck on, so we do have an Ivero spoiler ready for this, which is slightly more aggressive than this black gloss one, so I'm looking forward to changing that. The rear diffuser, we do again have an Ivero one coming for that, but I think for the meantime we will kind of color code bits of this just to tie it in with the rest of the car. I just think, especially in this section here, it takes away from the depth of the car. I think if this part was body colored, it would look a lot better. So the car will go over to Ish, our friend at Quattro Coachworks, shortly, and he'll do some color coding on the car. Let's have a look into the interior. So our original G80 was spec'd with carbon buckets, but that would have delayed our order and it would have stopped our development. So we just chose to take a car that was in stock. But this time I was more patient and I was willing to wait for the spec that I wanted. So we have a set of the Yas Marina blue and yellow carbon buckets in here. I know it's a bit bright, but I just wanted to do something that was a little bit out there. And you can tell it's a brand new car because I still haven't even taken the stickers off here, which is very satisfying. So I really love this interior. The seats are very comfortable and supportive. To be honest, the standard seats are actually fine. I think if you're dailying the car, they may suit a lot of people better, but I really wanted the look and the sporty feel of the racing buckets, and I'm really happy with the interior. It really ties in with the rest of the carbon on the dash. We have gone through these cars before, so I'm not going to do that on this one, but I just wanted to show you quickly the color combination that we've gone for. Under the bonnet, we can take a look at that fantastic S58 engine, and what really excites me is the fact that we're going to tune this one. I did hold off on the G80 because it was rear-wheel drive, and I wanted to wait for the xDrive so we can really show the car's full potential. Mod for mod, these look like they're going to be quicker than the F90 M5, and if we follow the same upgrade path which we did on our M5, which was stage 1, stage 2, and then built engine and hybrid turbos, this should actually be quicker at every stage. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what it can do. It does look a bit plain under here, but we will fix that with a pair of Venturi intakes, the full line strut brace from our G80, and a very special carbon engine cover which will be available soon. So I hope you've enjoyed our brief introduction to our G82 M4 with xDrive. I'm not going to do initial driving impressions because I have driven and reviewed the car before, which we'll put a link to. You can check it out. Oh, and by the way, the car is actually mint green. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. If you want to join the conversation, please drop a comment below and we'll try our best to respond to you. If you want to watch more of this project, you can do so over here. If you want to watch what YouTube thinks you might like from our other content, you can do so over here.